Hi everyone, it's Old Bag Lady. I'm here to give you the results of my facial. This is a week after I had the alpha hydroxy, beta hydroxy facial. And my skin is glowing, it's soft. I really don't see spots as much as I normally do. Little tiny bumps are gone from my face. It was definitely worth the investment. That in addition to some collagen and hyaluronic acid that I've been taking has really, according to my friends, taken years off my face. So I'll update you more on the details of that. The other thing is I turned 40 yesterday, and I decided I would go ahead and do Dysport. So they told me on Friday, the day that I did it, today is Saturday was my birthday, today's Sunday, so it's been 2 days. They said it would take about 5 to 7 days for me to see any effects, but I tell you, when I smile right now, I am not seeing the lines. It's ridiculously amazing. So definitely that's a win for me. They say it'll last about 3 months, and I can go back and get it done or wait it out until I have the money to do it. But the main reason why I'm here today, since I've got you here, I'm going to kind of do a makeup routine just to kind of tell you all how I think you should, do your makeup as you get older, because there are certain things that you do differently. I start with a primer. You always want to do your eye makeup first. And right now I am using an Estee Lauder primer. And I just kind of put that all around my eyes because that's what I'm going to do first so that the makeup doesn't bleed onto my foundation. And it's daytime, so I'm going to go with a nude initially, which you really don't see. This is more just to make the rest of your makeup blend. And I don't think you want to cake on foundation after you put on the primer. The primer is really all you need. And then I'm going to use kind of a taupe just to get a little definition there. And I'll tell you, I've already done my typical skincare routine. I've added some moisturizer. I might add just a tad bit more right before I apply on the remainder of my face, because I feel like you can never be too moisturized. You don't want to be greasy, but I use a coconut oil moisturizer, and it feels very light on my face. Now I'll do a little bit of a highlighter. Again, I'm going light because it's daytime here. I might go back over it just a little, especially here because a little highlighter got it lower than what I wanted it to. And then I'm going to follow up with some eyeliner. I have started doing my eyeliner the opposite of what I used to do. I line half of the lid and the entire bottom. Except for I don't go all the way here. I just come here, kind of line my eyelashes. And at this angle, you can still see, my bags. I have not found anything to work for that short of surgery, which I don't have the money for that. And so now my eyes are popping just a little more. And then now for mascara. Start with a primer. This one's Lancome. It's my favorite. I think I couldn't live without my primer. It would definitely go to a desert island with me. You don't want it to look cakey, so I just kind of keep going over until it kind of smooths its way out. Sometimes I'll go over on the top. And then I move on to some mascara. This is Luminous Professional. This one's nice and light, like if you're not looking for something too dramatic. It'll just kind of separate your lashes and just give you that coating that you need without a whole lot of clump. And you can go over the top and then back. And one thing I'll do sometimes, so I take a little bit of a brush and just kind of go over, make sure there's nothing too clumpy. You know, lashes just make you look a little more alive, I feel like. Then I'll take a little bit of the primer, put on my bottom lashes. And as you can tell, I probably need to pluck my eyebrows, but that wasn't on the top of my list today. And then, of course, I need eyebrows. Eyebrows are so important, and I've had a thyroid condition, so mine are very thin. And I overfloat throughout the years, so I kind of go over. I mean, you can brush them first if you want. Some say brush them down. And then just kind of go over to create a natural line. So I just do little strokes throughout. And then I create a little more of an arch by going underneath. Same thing over here. And you know, I just don't have beautiful eyebrows. I don't have a whole lot to work with. But you work with what you got. And I can still make a pretty good look after it's all said and done. Then sometimes I'll kind of go over the top here just to create more of that arch. And then brush them out. Fix anything that you don't like. So that's a good look without being too dramatic. Next I go and add a little bit of moisturizer. This one actually is Dove, and it has sunscreen, which is also in my makeup, but I feel like you can't have too much sunscreen. I also want it on my neck and on my chest, because we don't want to create more damage when we're trying to reverse damage. And then it's time for primer again. This time I'm putting the primer all over my face just to make my makeup lay better and not seep into the lines that currently I don't seem to have so bad. Makes me very happy. I put a little bit of foundation on. This one is Lancome. The color is Bisque. That's what I use. I just kind of dot that around my face. Now I'm also going to need to put some concealer on before I rub it in to my eyes, because I am the old bag lady. This one is by It Cosmetics. It's a thicker concealer. Got a little bit somewhere I didn't mean to, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go over and just blend. Kind of hides my redness. I'm very fair complected. And then you can take just a blender and just kind of make things look a little better. Now, some people are for and some people are against this. I kind of feel like if you highlight here, this is another concealer, but this one has a little bit of shimmer, it's going to reflect light away. So I go for that. Now, I think if you have a lot of lines, you don't want to do a lot of shimmer because it is going to make that worse. Just kind of blend a little more. So that's a good look. The next step, I think I'm going to do my lips. This here is also a Lancome crayon, and it's more of like a wine. As we get older, our lips thin, and I already have kind of a thin upper lip, so that's the main one I focus on, but I line the bottom as well. I just don't go out as far. And I do feel like the darker the color you do, the thinner your lip's gonna look. This here is a pink. Pink tends to complement my complexion a little better. And then if you take kind of a gold or something with a brown base, very light, you know, some companies might call it sugar, that sort of thing, like light brown sugar or whatever. If you put it here in the middle of your lips, it's going to give you some depth. It's hard to get much depth on my top lip, but it still makes a little difference. And now I'm doing a cream blush because as we get older, you have lines, and these cream blushes don't go into your lines as bad. And then I'll finish with a setting powder. And that is it for today, folks. Now, I will come back about a week from now, and we'll see if the Dysport has done even more magic, but I'm very happy. My lines are almost non-existent. I love it. And I'll see you guys. Oh, and the other thing I want to tell you is tonight I'm going to start Retin-A. I've never used Retin-A, but it's supposed to help rebuild collagen, and it's supposed to be the #1 thing you want to use. So I'll see you next time on Old Bag Lady.